Hopefully lots of kitties tonight. Or at least more than we've been having of late. Oh, sorry, you can't see me. Hi, it's my beautiful face. Hello. So yeah, I actually, in case anyone was curious, yes, I did go visit the cats on Monday. I did record it. I just didn't do it as a live. I wanted to, for the first time in a while, just record the video. And also, I kind of felt like, you know, I didn't need to do 2 lives in a row after Sunday's live was very, very hard considering the absence of cats and all the doomsaying that we were going through. What's up, Delbert? I'm not sure, to be honest with you all though, I'm not sure if I personally am prepared to doomsay as much as everyone was saying on Sunday. Don't get me wrong, I am extremely concerned for the whereabouts of Big V, Marble Cat, Winston, and to a lesser extent Charlie. I don't worry as much about Charlie because he's at a different colony location, and also because he's been known to go missing for long periods of time in the past, and he'll just disappear for a while, for like a month or 2, and then he'll pop up again. So like I said, I don't worry as much about Charlie as I do about... Are we talking American 20 or Aussie dollary do? That's the real question. All right. Ow! Ow! I'm by the Fats Gino Napoleon area, hoping for Fats. Hi, Rona. Hi, Randy. Rona, we're actually looking for Gino right now. Hopefully he heard my meow and he comes running, but let me get out of the car either way. But yeah, I'm definitely concerned too, Rona, but I'm not ready to like call it, game over for the kitties. So I'll simply say this. I hope I see them soon. Or I hope I don't see them anytime soon, but I do see them again. But that's kind of how my thought process is. But yeah. Ow! Ow! Gino! Let's see if Gino's in the house. Ow! Ow! Gino! Thank you, Delbert. You rock, dude. Kitty Protection Fund needs to be looked out for. Oh, speaking of people who need to be looked out for, we got him. What's up, G? Ow! Oh, wait. Look at it. Look at this. Okay, for a second I was like, oh no, my lights are out. No, I just turned them off. What's up, animals are awesome. How you doing this lovely Wednesday? I also got to say, y'all, I don't know if you noticed. Okay, first off, say hi to Gino. Gino's in town. Gino. No, okay, all right. What's up, G? You were the thumbnail image today. Yeah, good boy, Gino. Your first ever, I think this was your first ever visit to the thumbnail. Floop. Let's just also confirm that I'm not an idiot and that my lights do work. Yeah. All right, I've just turned them off because I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I hope Fat shows up too, but like I said, what's up, Blairo? Gino's in the house. Also, like I mentioned later this week, the little Aussie man is probably going to his probably almost certainly going to his forever home later this week, either tomorrow at night or over the weekend. And I'm so happy. I'm gonna miss little dude, but I'm so glad we got to help him out and find him a forever home. So Blaireau, I have nothing to report as of yet. I don't want to like be a merchant of doom and gloom, but like, so I'm not going to despair, but I'm not going to despair, but like, I am concerned. I think that makes sense. But this isn't the first time where I've had cats go missing for a longish period of time. Now, obviously, I'm extremely concerned because I haven't seen, oh, Rona, he's with me. Here, let me flip it over. You see tail? Come on, dude. What's up, G? Gino. Cat butt alert. Oh, we got some kitty cat butt parts. All right, G, let's go. But yeah, as to the other cats, I don't want, like I said, I don't want to. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. I don't want to drone on too much about it because it's an anxiety-provoking and somewhat sadness-provoking concept. But I think like, don't get me wrong, I'm absolutely concerned as per like, you know, the kind of we're up Schitt's Creek without a paddle messaging that Faithless was saying on Sunday. But I'm also I've been a ridiculously, despite my lifelong struggles with depression and anxiety, I've been a ridiculously overly optimistic person my entire life. I always think that it's going to turn out for the best until the shit really hits the fan. Then I'm like, no, the world is evil. Yeah, but Gino's not evil. Gino's a darling. I'm very stiff today. I don't freaking end of the year COVID has messed me up, dudes. But yeah, I'm very nervous, especially for the three at the main colony that should be there but aren't, namely Marble Cat, Big V, and Winston. But here's the thing, Marble Cat and Big V were starting to move away from that area in the first place because they were getting spooked. I think there's a non-zero. You just want the attention, dude? I think there's a non-zero chance that they're still out there somewhere. It's just going to be a matter of time, and you got to find them on the right day. You know? But there's also a chance that they've they cross the bridge. And I don't want to think about that, but it's a possibility. But I don't, and you know, I'm not ready to say that's what happened. It might be what happened, but they also might have just, it was raining really hard towards the end of the year between Christmas and New Year's. So maybe they just, between being spooked about that place, the new machinist taking away most of their cover that they had from the previous machinist, and just lots and lots of rain and stuff. They were just like, you know what? We've been moving away from this spot anyways. Peace. And then like Gina said, you know, the rain carried away a lot of the smell, so we're gonna run. But yeah, we still got Gino. Gino's making great progress. Sit tight, y'all. I'm gonna go see if I can summon Fats, but let me check this chat. What's up, Gina? Yeah, I agree. Of course, Gina. He's named after you. Duh. You gotta love the cat that's named after you. But yeah, Gino's been such a good boy of late. And yeah, and you know, so I actually, in other news, I have a story. Let me get back to you on that one, Rona, tomorrow if I'm available, if I can. Yeah, but we'll see if we can figure out a way to ship Gino. Or you know, we'll see. But let me see if I can summon Fats, and then I actually have a story for y'all about pets and AI, and I'd like to share it with you if that's okay. So let me see if I can summon Fats, and when I get back, we'll talk about pets and AI. Sounds good? Sounds good? Always good. Gino! All right, we're back. Gino's still here. No sign of Fats. So let me tell you all my story about AI really quickly, and then we'll go to the check who's at the the main-ish colony. So, ow, that cat butt. So, a few days ago, my mom sent me a text message of a YouTube short of an orange cat that was mothering a mountain lion, like a puma. And my parents were like, "Oh, it's so cute," because there were some like, oh yeah, Rona wants to take Gino all the way in Switzerland. If we can work that out, we will, and if not, we can definitely work out something a little bit closer, or we can see, if Rona's able to make it to California and if she can transport the cat back herself. What's up, Skylar? We are chilling with Gino the cat right now. I do worry about that myself, Gina. I think the best way to do it, if we're going to ship a cat, would be for somebody to come over here and fly back with Gino, or for me to fly there with Gino, or if it's drivable for me to drive. But like I said, we're working out the logistics on that one. Right now, we're just chilling with Gino. So let me tell you this AI story, and then we're going to go to the main colony. So my mom sends to my text, yeah, it's a lot of flying. So my mom sends me a text a few days ago of this YouTube short of an orange cat, much like this one, but full orange. Who found like a mountain lion kitten outside somehow, and it's like it was like a short, and it was a short about how like mother's love is inherent, and and so my parents were like, oh, it's a beautiful message. The first thing I was like, something is not right, something is not adding up here. The textures are too smooth, and like I've heard about like interspecies parenting, like cats parenting dogs or raccoons or anything like that, but I don't recall ever seeing house cats parenting big cats. So I'm like, something's not adding up. So so once I left my parents, and I was like, I told my parents, I'm like, I suspect this is AI, but I can't prove it. But when I get back, I'm like, I checked the user account, and the user account is from some country in Southeast Asia, either Singapore or Thailand, I think. And like in the description literally says, this is everything you see here is AI, and here's what started to get me mad, and it's designed to appeal to your emotions. So basically this creator, I guess, is using AI prompts to create kind of tearjerker shorts content of pets to make you go, oh. Sound of a revving BMW. Yeah, the narwhal with the pet. It's something totally incongruous like that, and you're like, what the heck is going on over here? But and in and of itself, I think the one AI video isn't so bad. But here's the thing. That AI creator, in less than a year and a half, has Elijah, Das Auto is the slogan for Volkswagen. Yeah, but like, in and of itself, okay, my parents got a nice awe moment. My mom got like a reaffirmation of motherhood, and that's all great and good. But we're kind of in the uncanny valley right now, and it's deeply unnerving. Gino's back. Gino's butt is back. And here's the And here's the thing. What's up, Nasty Natty Boy? We're talking about AI right now, and I'm petting this cat. You know, but yeah, in less than a year and a half, dude has over 100,000 subscribers, and this particular video had something like 3.9 million views. Now, I'm not getting all like butthurt or thirsty or anything, but there's money in this sort of thing. There's real money in this sort of thing. And it's not just for me. There's hundreds. Yeah, there's hundreds of Gino. There is hundreds of real life YouTubers and Instagrammers and Twitch people and whatever your streaming service of choice is, who do like me, who literally go out and help and try to help cats and try to rescue cats and like bring home kittens, you know? And like, here's the thing, I have intentionally not done a lot of algorithm farming or whatever. I think this channel will grow organically, and if it does get big, then it will be all the more rewarding for me to have truly earned it. But that being said, yeah, and I mean, Blaireau, not to get political, but like, I don't know if you remember, but when there were a bunch of hurricanes, there were tons of AI photos of Trump carrying cats and dogs through like the floodwaters of Florida or South Carolina or something. And like, that's the thing. There's like, the same way that my parents kind of bought the AI cats thing, there's a sucker born every minute. Somebody buys the AI political stuff. That's really dangerous. AI cat stuff is one thing because it's just kind of emotional blackmail in a manner of speaking. But to AI political stuff, to AI religion possibly, is deeply worrying to me. And that's why I'm like, so when I found out that particular video was totally AI, it was like, that made me mad, because I like, literally the day before, I was on Instagram and I saw like this one cat rescuer in Washington State talking about how a kitten literally decided to like try to mother a very ill, like even younger kitten. That was real life. And in the end, the younger kitten that was being mothered by the older kitten didn't make it, but like, that was a moment of like, okay, we can try and keep this little tiny, like, 2-week-old kitten. Yeah, I think it is a very good thing that we call AI crap slop, because it really is. Oh yeah. What's up, Mr. Zeno? Mr. Zeno, meet Gino. All right, let's head to the main colony before I get tired. Gino, you're being an absolute goofus maloofus. New gen Public Enemy. It's David Romano, DavidRomano, and AND cats@gmail.com. Turtles, I wish people would stop making them into turtle fin soup and stuff like that. They're pretty cool. Gino! Yeah, I mean, honestly, Gina, get that passport renewed just in case you need to fly the coop one day, you know? Gino's like, am I not turtley enough for the turtle club? Gino's a good boy. He's gonna do just fine. And this particular area is a lot safer than where Big V and Marble Cat live, or lived. Where Denise the Menace, we're gonna have to call that right now Denise the Menace zone, because we know Denise the Menace will be there. All right, speaking of which, let's go check in on them. Ow! This doesn't mean, by the way, that we're not gonna still try and get like Gino and Fats, whenever I see a dude next, off the streets. Like, Just because it's safer here doesn't mean it's safe. I've seen coyotes right over there. Gino, I'll be back to check in on your container. Please finish it. There's a little bit left. Oh, Lucas, I hope you see Fats, but I don't think we're gonna see Fats today. He's been he was here on Sunday, and then an ambulance siren scared him, and I haven't seen him since. Although it's also kind of, in a way, it's kind of my thing, because like yes, he would have ran away at the ambulance, but if I had waited for him to show up over here, like he might not have ran all the way away, but I went and got food before he actually showed up. You know, New Gen Public Enemy, it's sad, but it's also uplifting. It's, you know, there's a lot of good people looking out for the street cats of LA. And, you know, I mean, here's the thing. Like Gina said on Sunday, it's so difficult sometimes it can break your heart if you don't succeed with 100% of them, but it can also break your spirit sometimes. So you got to realize, like, that's why I always say, you know, we don't have to be great, we don't have to be perfect, we have to do our best, you know, and that's what I do. And look, sometimes I fail, you know. I'm not going to say 100% that I failed with Big V and with Marble Cat and with Winston and what have you, but like there are other street cats that I have known that have passed away, you know, and it's sad when they go, but if you let that consume you, like Gina said, it'll burn you out. It'll burn you out. You know, and speaking of which, you know, and speaking of which, I know, speaking of which, going back to that AI thing, because here's another thought of mine. You know, when I was really distraught on Sunday, and I was so sad, and I got to tell you, Gina, like, posting stuff, you know, telling me that she loves me, that I do a great job and everything, that was more affirming of, like, motherly instincts, if you will, than some AI content. I'll tell you that much. So thank you, Gina. I love you. You rock. You know, but, like, that's the thing. Like, you know, we're so starved for human interaction these days that, you know, we can turn to AI, but we shouldn't, because AI is whack. Let's see if I can summon Fats one last time. Nah, I don't even see the outline of a Fats. Yeah, we're going to the main colony. Oh, thanks, New Gen Public Enemy. I gotta tell you, I think the world is better with all of us around, most of the time. Sometimes I'm road raging like hell. All right, let's see what's going on. Yeah, simply not here. Yo, mama likes this nose when I blow her pussy with it. Whoop! You can watch my dick. Your mom likes that one too. Ah! Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to be that explicit. Or maybe I did. Big words coming from somebody named Minimum D. Ow! 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 Kitty! Oh, guys. I don't know if we're gonna get any cats tonight. Let me tell you why. There's a person sleeping where I feed the cats. I don't want to disturb, dude. All right. Oh shit. Yeah. And yeah, sorry. Dude sleeping here, who would rather not. Yeah, let me try Charlie. I'm not gonna bring any food though, because he hasn't been here of late, Elijah. So I'm just gonna go call him, and if he shows up, I'll just bring the whole car over there, because. Because like I said, between the homeless dude and the way they've been nervous of late, I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of kitties tonight. I might lay out a container or two just to like, you know, cover my bases, as it were. But oh, he won't. He won't, Rona. The people, they kind of, they're transients, which is one of those ways to say homeless person, and they tend to move around quite a lot, so they don't necessarily stay in the same place. So in all likelihood, that dude won't even make it the whole night there. Forget several days. He'll probably be gone later tonight. And keep in mind in the morning, people work at that shop, so they're going to kick his ass. I mean, he's going to need to move because he's going to need to find, whatever has regretfully made this person homeless, be it an inability to pay for housing or a drug issue or so Rona, yes, I was here since Sunday. I was here Monday, and I did film, but I did it as a long format video, and I need to edit the film. No, you shut up. You suck, dude. Charlie! No, fuck ice. Nah, that's a bunch of murderers. Saying you love ICE is saying I love the Gestapo in 1930s Germany. Not a great look. Nah. I should be helping ICE deport themselves from the solar system. I think every single ICE agent should climb into Jeff Bezos' little penis rocket and launch themselves into the stratosphere, minus the heat shield, of course. So Lee Ray Bojangles, I didn't lose my kitty so much. I'm feeding the homeless kitties over here right now, and we're waiting on Charlie, who we haven't seen since last year. All right, hold on. Let me turn on the flash for a quick second and flip the camera. Don't worry, Elijah, the poop is gone finally. Okay, this... Ow! Charlie! You know what's funny about father-son? Yeah, no, Rona, I haven't seen him since last year either. You know what's funny about the father-son? I've never gone to a conservative and been like typical low-T conservative. I just don't give a fuck. Like, why are us low-T males in their freaking head rent-free? That's bitch-made behavior. So Charlie! So yeah, CC, what New Gen Public Enemy said, generally speaking, wet food is definitely the better move, because it also provides a certain amount of water and hydration for the cats that they don't get from dry food. But that being said, dry food does help the cats somewhat with oral hygiene. Yeah, what new? Yeah, thank you, Elijah. I really needed xenophobia in my chat. Like, cool. Also, not for nothing, but like the biggest danger to my cats right now is an American white man. So, I don't know how that jives with the immigrant comment. Yeah, no, absolutely. New Gen is 100% right. Like, if you can do both, do both. If you can only do one, generally speaking, do wet food. I in general don't carry dry food in my car just because other people do it. Like you see, other people bring the dry food. What's up, Zoe the cat? Happy New Year. But yeah, if you're gonna give dry food, you gotta make sure that they have a source of water too, because they need that hydration. And what else? There was one other thing I was gonna say. Oh yeah, but dry food does have some benefits because when they chew on the kibble, oh no, there's more than just me and Hector, Public Enemy. There's a few more people. There's Valentine, there's Rima, there's a lot of people in the valley that help the cats. I'm just probably. Oh, the M15 over here? Hey, at least it's an M15 and not like an M5. Yeah, I don't think we're seeing Charlie today, folks. That sucks. But like I said, Charlie's if there was ever a cat that could disappear for a long period of time and I'll be like, he'll be fine, it's Charlie. That being said, I'd love to see little dude, but yeah, I think Charlie will be back eventually. It's just a question of yeah, yeah, Cece, if you have a covered porch, if you can provide them with like what you can do is you can take like a plastic Rubbermaid container or a laundry hamper or something. Yeah, Gina, no Charlie today, it looks like. Ow! He'll be back. He'll be back, just not today. Let's go check in on the main colony and see if anybody's there with a homeless dude. But yeah, this is a Gino stream so far. But yeah, Cece, if you have a covered porch, try to set up like a laundry hamper, or you can build a little covered structure out of wood and throw some straw in there if it's cold. And very important, straw, not hay, not newspaper, not dirt, not blankets, straw. Put straw in there. And it'll be a nice little cold weather shelter for the cats if you want to do that. Just options. But yeah, luckily I live in Los Angeles, California, and more often than not, the cold is, in fact, I'd say about 360 out of the 365 days of the year, cold is not an issue for these cats. That being said, during the summer, warmth and the heat is. It can get pretty brutal. Yeah, definitely. Well, Tammy said, if you can afford an actual cat house, go crazy on that. But I'm also like, I also want to give options for people who are maybe not so maybe not physically, but also not so fiscally lucky that, the ends maybe aren't meeting like a mofo, and, you got to try to make ends meet. So these are ways to to help the kitties on a slightly smaller budget. But that being said, like I said, yeah, if you can afford an actual, like, kitty house, hell yeah, do that. Go ham. Meow. Manice is in town. Denise the Manice. Meow. Yeah, no, it's terrible. It's all terrible, but you know that's why all of us. Ugh. That's why all of us do the things we do. Climb the fence if you don't hate Jews. I'm not going to climb the fence, but I am a Jew, so no, I don't hate Jews. But I'm not going to do breaking and entering on your behalf, sir. Hi, Occupy. How's it going? Oh, God, I hate... Oh, the HOA people. Those are the worst people. All right, let's feed Denise the Manice. And I saw... Is that Lil V? Yeah, I think it's Lil V. All right. Lil V? Hey, Lil V! Ow! All right, flash off. We don't need that. Oh, my God. It smells like a fire because the homeless people are making a fire. I smell burning newspaper. It's like kindling. All right. Meow. Yeah, Rona, not much change to report, unfortunately. But like I said in the video earlier, I don't want to go full doomsayer. I mean, I don't want to have unnecessary hope. But I'm never ready to give up. Most of the people I've spoken to have said, "What's up, Andon? Long time no see. Welcome back. Happy New Year." But yeah, don't get me wrong, Rona. I'm extremely nervous. I mean, extremely nervous that they're not okay. But by the same token, I need to keep up hope and not despair, because if I despair, if I despair, that makes me a worse caretaker of the kitty cats. Who dis? And you can see, like, all right, we got Pauline. Oops, double tap. What the heck are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, I was out sick, but like we got Pauline. Like you can see, the cats are starting to migrate this way and that way. So we're just gonna start, like, we're gonna just be moving. I think we're also gonna be slowly moving that way. Yeah, and so, you know, I think especially going forward. What's up, Daryl Johnson? We're feeding cats out here. Yeah, but I think going forward, the plan will be we'll probably go to Gino and Fats first going forward, and I'll just meow as loud as humanly possible, just so I can, like, try and summon more cats to that area. Because I don't know if y'all remember, but towards the end of last year, a lot of the more social cats like Winston and Neville, or no, not Neville. Neville's a chicken shit, but Winston, Big V, I think Marble Cat, they were actually showing up where Fats lives when I would call them for too long. So like, I tend to think like, look, so, some bad stuff might have happened, but I also tend to think that they are going, like, I was looking at this place on satellite. There's a sheet metal place that away, give or take. Not this machine shop, but like just a sheet metal fabricator that way. They must have tons of hidey holes over there. Like, I tend to think that most of the cats were like, we have no hidey holes here anymore. We're gonna go find the hidey holes. And now I need to find where they found the hidey holes. So it's kind of a chain situation like that. Yeah, Neville. Yeah, and Elijah, we've seen Neville here. He was here on Monday too. Come to think about it, and he was here on Sunday. Yeah, Neville's too much of a chicken shit. But definitely have some concern. You know, like I said, my main concern. Like, am I concerned about Charlie? Absolutely, because I haven't seen him all year. But like I said, if there's ever a cat that I would be like, he could go missing, and I'm okay with that because he'll be right back. It's Charlie. But I'm concerned, you know, but I have concern about, I'd say the one I'm most concerned about, and it's kind of a good thing Faithless isn't here because I don't want to get him in a depressing spiral. But the one I'm most concerned about is Marble Cat because dude was crossing the street a bunch. Like Big V's too smart. Big V went somewhere else probably. But Marble Cat's an idiot. Bless his heart, love the dude. I got him fixed, but he's an idiot. He's stupid. Yeah, Blaireau. Neville's always catching strays for me because he's the only kitty who's a true pussy boy. Hey, Menis, you gonna hang out with me, Menis? Ow. Hey, Pete. Menis. Menis, get your butt over here and eat some pets. Can I get like a fraction of the pets that I got from Gino from you? That's all I ask. Fraction. Sherman on the belly rub's always a trap with the Menis. Wait for the right side up. All right. Speaking of belly rubs, y'all should have seen not Big B. Y'all should have seen Baby Blue in my apartment this morning. Oh, so much belly rub action. Such a good boy, that baby. Incoming gray cat. Is that Dick Grayson or is that Marble Cat? I can tell. What's up, Dick Grayson? Alright, let's feed these kitties. Dick Grayson. He wasn't quite as, he's not quite as social as Big V or Marble Cat or even Minis the Minis, but like, and he's backslid. Neville's here. Despite the presence of Neville, I think we're staying with 3 containers for now. The heady days of 8 containers a day have long gone. Granted, without any getting hurt, there have been several departures from this colony between me taking Baby Blue, Tatiana leaving, and you know, some of the cats running away because they're getting scared. Dick Grayson. All right. So GTO Music, I don't do as much TNR as I used to, especially since Fix Nation closed their doors of their clinic. The Fix Nation is still in existence, but I just don't do as much as I used to. But yes, I do TNR still, especially during kitten season and especially when needed. But my primary focus for these cats is to make sure is to try and socialize them and get them off the streets whenever possible. But yeah, none of these guys have been neutered by me. One of the cats at this colony, Marble Cat, who we haven't seen in quite some time, but I'm sure he'll be okay eventually. But Marble Cat was neutered by me, and Gino at the other colony was also neutered by me. But as far as these guys, I didn't fix any of them. Sorry, 1 second. What was that? No, sorry. A wire hanger? Is that for an abortion? Sorry, I couldn't help the joke. Also, sorry, there's a couple of people I haven't said hello to. What's up, Straw Hat Affiliate? Thank you for the kind words. Big V entered the chat, and then just as quickly as she entered the chat, exited the chat. Llama is Julian. Am I correct in that? Am I correct in that assumption? Right, Julian? It's you, right? All right. Also, Cold as Death Gaming. The weather is actually really nice tonight. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's low 70s and it's 10 o'clock right now. Did I ever mention I freaking love living in Los Angeles sometimes? I know there's some dusty people in like Frog Balls, Arkansas or something who's like, oh, you're living in California. Yeah, my state rocks. Yeah, whatever. Neville! Ah, 100%. Actually, let me retract that statement. 112% agree with that statement. Elijah, no lies have been detected. Remember, boys and girls and people in between, it's never too late to smash the fash. Sorry, guys, I know you're watching a whole lot of nothing. I'm sorry. Very exciting television. What's up, Hope? Let's go, Raptors. We can. It's... What's up? Aww. All right, let's... Also, funny story, true story, I'm meowing so freaking much that when I went that way for a second, I literally saw Gino starting to walk towards this area. And I'm like, Gino, I love you, but stay in the safe spot. And for all of y'all watching right now, stop watching me. The last Waltz is streaming free. If you're premium, free. If you're not, free with ads. Right now, go watch that. That's so much better. The greatest concert films of all time. Go check that shit out. That is banging music. See if you can find the see if you can find the special floating blob they used to get the blob of cocaine out of Neil Young's nose so that it didn't look like he was high as shit, even though he was high as shit the entire movie. All right. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, y'all. When this stream's over, go watch The Last Waltz. It's really good. That'll be my movie recommendation for the night. Go watch The Last Waltz. It's one of the greatest concert films of all time. It's the band got cameos from frickin' Neil Young, Van Morrison, Bob Dylan, frickin' Muddy Waters, Joni Mitchell, Dr. John. Yes, The Last Waltz, exactly, Gina. It's the final concert, at least it was supposed to be the final concert of the band. Robbie Robertson, Rick Danko, Rick Manuel, Levon Helm. I will say one thing, Neil Diamond also makes an appearance there, and fuck Neil Diamond. I skip that part every single time. He sucks. He especially sucks because at least if he's going to be Neil Diamond, who's, like I said, who sucks, you got to play Sweet Caroline because that's the song everybody knows. Bah, bah, bah. But no, he played freaking Dry Your Eyes because Robbie Robertson wrote it. That song sucks. That song's booty cheeks. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Bob Dylan doing Forever Young with the band. Hell yeah. They even got Ringo Starr and Ronnie Wood for the last song so they could all do I Shall Be Released, like, as a group. And the greatest thing about that is it seems like the culture agreed with me vis-a-vis Neil Diamond, because I swear to you, Dr. John and Neil Young and Joni Mitchell were like doing a box out maneuver on Neil Diamond, like, you ain't getting near this freaking mic, boy. You ain't getting near this mic. You ain't got soul like the rest of us. Freaking Neil Diamond ass motherfucker, Tin Pan Alley ass. I'm getting way too upset about Neil Diamond right now, but that's okay. He sucks. A musical dilettante. Alright. Let's go collect Gino's container and then we're probably gonna call it a night. Oh, that's crazy. Nobody's gonna take my car. We're gonna race it to the ground. All right, okay. So came to collect Gino's food, which I'm not going to because he hasn't finished it. Now he's mostly finished it, but old Gino's chilling right over there. Kitty. Bye, Gino. See you later. All right, Elijah, your wish is my command. Let's go home right now. It's gonna be a bullshit. It's gonna be a let's bullshit for a little while stream. All right. Yeah, Blaireau. Chino Bambino's a good nickname. We call him GB. GB. All right. All right. I don't know how long this is going to be a home stream, but let's go home and pick a few locks. I also need to give Louisa her sub-Q fluid, so I hope you don't mind, but you're going to have to join me for that bit too, or I'll fall asleep and forget about it. All right, now we got that smoky mood lighting. Let's hit the frickin' road, beeps. The problem is that when in the car, I like to have music, and when I'm streaming with y'all, I can't have no music. It makes me sad. Speaking of music, there's something. Whoa, Camry, you are well into the asshole zone of the left turn area. Oh, yeah, no, the weather right now, I'm not gonna lie, Gina, the weather right now in LA is like absolutely beautiful. It's 10:30. My car says it's 67, which I could very easily believe it's lovely right now. And most of the wind from earlier in the week and from last week has subsided. Yeah, I definitely got to do a house picking kitties thing today, because this may or may not be the last time that Ozzy shows up in a stream, because he's going to his forever home anytime now. Why? Can I just say something that I just don't understand? What? And I also want to say that I think it's gotten worse in the past few years. But what is with people just being like, I need to make a left turn here, or sorry, I'm not just gonna. It's not just left. I just saw a left, but like I need to make a turn right here, right now, and everybody's gonna have to wait. Come to a full stop in the middle of a non-turn lane. Because my turn is more important than traffic, than the actual traffic on the street trying to go places. Have y'all experienced that recently? These people need to be deported from the solar system, by the way. I mean, people smoke pot, but I smoke pot. Like, what? Just, if you miss the turn, it's not the end of the world. Just keep going. If you're lost, your sat nav will recalculate for you. Like, you don't need to come to a full stop in the middle of a busy thoroughfare. Just be like, ah! No, I need to not miss my turn right now, so I'm gonna make a turn from the second from right lane, and fuck you if you got a problem. Like, what kind of like freaking parentless behavior is that? It's crazy. I also am kind of a mind that, like, one day I'm just gonna be like, fuck it. If you're gonna come to a full stop at doing, actually, Gina, you know what it really is? Pot smokers might be some part of the problem, but the real problem, it's the NOS heads. All those people doing nitrous oxide now, first off, a bunch of idiots. But number two, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie. One day I'm gonna get a case of like the the fuck it's big time, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, today's the day, and I'm just gonna pretend like that person in front of me didn't come to a complete and total full stop in the middle of a non-stopping, non-turning lane, and I'm just gonna be like, just plow right into them. I'm gonna be like, I was doing what I was supposed to do. I don't know what your problem is, coming to a full stop in a non-turning lane when the light is green and there is no traffic. Oh, oh no, Gina, the people who are into nitrous oxide with or like the, what do they call it, galaxy gas these days? Is that what the cool kids call it, galaxy gas? It's like it's flavored nitrous oxide basically, and it's super popular these days, and it's bad. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not, a moralist or anything, and I'm not trying to tell people how to live their life, but literally that shit, like, will kill you. I mean, not that heroin and cocaine and methamphetamine won't kill you, just to be obvious, but like could you, like, I haven't seen this, like, I've seen people trying to, like, drive their Nissan Altima while, like, filling up a balloon with a nitrous tank like this. And I'm like, what kind of crazy energy are you trying to do? By the way, I'm steering the car with my knee, just in case, just so y'all people aren't like, he's doing crazy shit. It's really easy to drive this car with your knee, especially when you're not doing, like, crazy maneuvering shit, which I'm not, because I'm just driving in a straight line. Wow, that's a lot of mud flaps on your Honda Civic. Please get the fuck out of the left lane. That's all good, Elijah. I'm right now just shooting the shit and talking about about which drivers piss me off on the road, and also I'm driving back to the apartment because like I said, this might be the last opportunity to have little Ozzy on a live stream, because he's going to his forever home soon, hopefully, and I hope I get lots of pictures, but I hope he's never in my house anytime soon ever again. Yeah, we gotta have a quick hangout with the little man and with baby Blue. Yeah, they sure do, Elijah. They sure do. Also, since there's 37 people watching right now, I'd like to remind you that the David Romano 2,000 subscribers giveaway is going until the end of this month. And if you haven't entered, please do. All you got to do to enter the drawing is do something positive, either with your time or with your money for animals, and pick a lock, any lock with any tool. And if you're like, oh no, I don't know how to pick locks, it's really easy to open a shitty master lock, and you get cool stuff from me, and I might throw in some extra cool stuff that you don't know about yet. But y'all win a free padlock depending on the skill level of the lock you pick. But I'm gonna try and throw in some extra cat-related goodies too. So yeah. So everyone, please try and get in on that. If you've never picked a lock before, go get yourself the Covert Instruments FNG set or the Genesis set, whatever you prefer. Grab a Master Lock 140 or, and let's see what you can do. And you are so right, Gina. Cats are always about to do cat stuff. All good, Gina. No, Blairo, unfortunately not. You're gonna have to pick the lock with lock picking tools. You can definitely improvise them out of like bobby pins and stuff like that. But yeah, they can be improvised. And like I said, the Master Lock number 3 is a like some of the locks you see me picking or other people picking on the boob tube are not easy and not beginner friendly. But most locks, especially in America, are really shitty. Like, that's the simple fact of the matter is the locks suck here in this country. Yeah. In fact, I went a little bit further than that. Not only is there no bolt cutters, but there's no padlock shimming, there's no comb picking either. Which, if you like, I want to see people manipulate a lock open, not bypass it open or destructively open it. I want to see people pick up a skill, hopefully, or maybe a new hobby. Who knows? But yeah, but if you don't feel like doing it, that's cool too. The subscribers count keeps climbing. Maybe when we get to the 5K subs things, maybe when we get to 5K subs, we're gonna have to do a different giveaway, but it's gonna have to do something else that's not at all related to lock picking, so the non-pickers can be like, "Yo, this giveaway is mine, motherfucker," and it's gonna be like, I don't know, frame picture blue or something, whatever. Ow! Did y'all hear that bump? I mean, if you can front shim the lock, maybe we'll let that go. Absolutely not. If you manage to front shim Corbin, I'm fairly impressed. Not that I've done it myself, but like, yeah. If you front shim a Corbin, I was about to be like, I need y'all to bear witness to me for a second. There's literally a motherfucker doing exactly what I was complaining about earlier. But he was just texting, so he didn't realize that it's time to fucking go. And, dead giveaway. The license plate is from Arizona. And you know who's the real master? Darth Vader. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but to learn. Now I am the master. All right. Well, the caravan is on its way. Oh, no wonder I'm making loud noises. I'm in manual mode still. Ha! Oh my god. Somebody in a freaking Bolt is going the wrong way on traffic. Why? I know the video is super good, but like, you know, I'm pulling up to my house pretty soon, so this is the part where I'm like, I don't need to know exactly where I live, if you don't mind. Kitty. Which kitty is this? It looks like Ozzy. Driving's really easy. Especially at low speed. Alright. I know it's gone frozen now for sure.
All right.